welcome to today's video. Today we have another feature in our set of Sippy 2020 features. As you know, we've been doing now 3 videos. This will be the 4th in the series for Sippy 2020 features. Today we have a feature that relates to PRACK, Reliable Provisional Responses. So this is for RFC 3262. Today I have Philip and Pavel who are going to take us through the information. As you know, if you've entered our sandbox contest, you'll need to pay close attention to the slides so that you can get the information that's going to be asked on the quiz. For now, I will leave you with Philip and he'll take us through the information. Go ahead, Philip.
Thanks, Fred. We wanted to thank you for joining us through this discussion about PRACK, or Reliable Provisional Responses. This is a feature that we've been looking at for some time to add to our Softswitch. I think some of the oldest tickets I've seen requesting this ticket are up all the way up to about 5 years old. So this has been around for a while, but it was a bit of a larger thing to implement into our software. This feature will give switch operators a little bit more understanding about the progress of each of the calling requests that happen. In RFC 3261, you sort of get an overall result of how that call goes. RFC 3262 sort of gives intermediary steps to find out whether or not certain transmissions have taken place. So it gives switch operators a little bit more granularity in terms of the communication, and it also makes sure that the transmissions are going through okay. Some PSTNs do require this, which is really important to have this feature available for our customers. So the Softswitch can now send PRACK messages when requested by the caller user agent, and it also recognizes and confirms PRACK messages when they're received from the vendors. And this is all done through various SIP headers that are included as the call negotiation takes place. We'll show you a quick example of how that call looks like from the caller and callee. You could see the PRACK messages being sent back and forth throughout the each of the individual steps that take place as the call gets connected through. So here's a PRACK message and another one and whatnot. This feat, like I mentioned, this one has been on our roadmap for some time. It gave us, it was a bit of work to get in there. And it gives switch operators a few more tools to look into specific problems that might be happening. And it also addresses issues with PSTN's interoperability. We wanted to send out a quick thank you to our many customers that have been waiting patiently for this feature. Through their support contracts, they've been able to submit the feature request. Thanks for your patience in waiting for this feature. Special shout out to Bahoo, Eurotel, Legacy SIP, One2All, ServNet, and a number of other customers who've suggested and requested this feature over the past few years. Thanks for your patience on this one. We do have more information up on our support portal for this, as well. If you are more interested in how the RFC does work, the link for the RFC document will also be in the description down below. Thanks, Fred.
Great, thanks. So just a quick question about this, Philip. If this is something that we are now putting as into the Softswitch, into the CDRs and all that, is this information that was not previously available, which can now be attained by customers, or is that something that was never part of the information that would have been available to customers? So essentially, I'm asking, would someone be able to now use this feature to retrieve information about previous calls?
Maybe Pavel might be able to answer that one a little bit better.
Okay, Pavel?
Thanks for the question, Fred. So in short words, you would not be able to apply this feature for the past calls. So this feature is applied only for the new calls that are coming, and these reliable provisional responses are sent only for the active call. So let's say a call comes to the CP, and while we process it, we are able to send those provisional responses reliably.
Excellent. So from your perspective, then, Pavel, how has our team developed this feature to make sure that it delivers the kind of information that's beneficial and useful to customers?
So from your question, I understood that you request to know the details about the implementation of this feature, right?
Yeah.
So in short words, again, to explain this, I will need the diagram on the slide. And basically, the provisional response in the diagram is 180 ringing message. So this message is sent to CP by vendor, Kali, on the right of the slide. And when we receive this message, we can acknowledge the receiving of this message by sending the new PRACK response. So the new PRACK response has to be acknowledged again by the vendor, and they send us a 200 talk message for this particular PRACK response. So since caller and callee legs are considered separately, in this particular case, we do resend 180 ringing message to the caller. And the same thing happens there. So caller acknowledge that he received this particular response in this particular order. So the whole idea about reliable provisional responses is that all provisional responses should be received and sent in particular order, and receiving of them should be acknowledged by the parties.
Excellent. So essentially, one of the key factors that this does is it provides a higher level of reliability of the information that is available to users on these records. Essentially, letting them know that the sequence and the agreement of signals is recognized and that it happened in the order that it should, in fact, take place. Would this then be something that that could be used to monitor, for example, activity that shouldn't be there or signaling that shouldn't be taking place in the order that it does?
Unfortunately, no. This is particularly for receiving the messages in order, and this is the additional guarantee that messages would be received, since those signaling messages currently are sent via UDP, which means that there is no guarantee that 180 ringing message sent by vendor would be received when we resend it to the caller. And basically, there is no guarantee that even we receive this 180 ringing message.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like in addition to some of the features that we've already discussed, which allow customers to have a higher level of active functionality in the switch. By that I mean we have previously looked at two-factor authentication, in which case the customer actively has to be doing something and experiences that functionality on a regular basis. This is the kind of functionality that he would use on as needed basis. Most customers are only going to seek to have this information revealed to them as they need it. So it's very important. I think that one of the things that the team seems to be doing is providing features that round out more than just one aspect, meaning it's not just security, it's functionality that can be used to let the technical teams on their end manage their services in a much better and much more efficient way. So I think that this is all very important information and very useful features. As we've seen, Sippy 2020 looks like is shaping up to be a very, very thoroughly packed with beneficial features. We hope that as users, you are making the best of your current Sippy Sippy Softswitch, and that with Sippy 2020 coming up, that you get a lot more out of it. So for now, we thank you for watching. If you have signed up for the sandbox contest, please make sure that you answer all the questions. The information will be on the slides that Philip showed. So for now, on behalf of Pavel, Philip, myself, and Sippy Software, thanks again, and we'll see you again next time.